are you dressed as?
I am Vi. And
Vi.
I am Caitlin from the series Arcane.
Vi and Caitlin from Arcane. And what can you tell me about your characters?
I am the tough girl who just came out from jail, and I have to team up with her to solve the problems.
And I am basically a cop. That's about it.
So a jailbreak has to team up with a cop.
Yeah.
And one question for you. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
I don't know actually. I've never had that before. Good question.
Indeed.
I don't know if we had that here.
What?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Never heard of a tomato. That's a new one.
Never heard of a tomato. That's why I keep looking for one. So tell me, what are you dressed as?
Miguel Antonio from El Dorado.
El Dorado, yes.
Miguel Antulio.
Road to El Dorado, I
Road
believe.
to, yeah.
So what can you tell me about your characters?
They're good singers.
Good singers.
Good liars.
Good liars.
Fly by their seat of the pants a lot.
They want adventure and, well, I want gold.
Yeah.
Lots of gold.
And sexy women.
Yeah.
Why not?
They want what life can give.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure if that was a lie or not.
It's not. Clearly livsnjutare.
Yeah. Enjoy life.
Yeah. Sweet things in life.
Yeah.
One more question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Since we're Spanish.
We're Spanish.
A lot.
All of it.
A lot. All of it.
A lot.
And final question. Do you know how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
Don't know.
Many.
Many.
Only one because they have their team behind to fix it. The light bulb.
Maybe.
Ah.
Yeah, the support crew to fix it.
You said you were Spanish. Do you actually speak Spanish?
No.
No hablo español.
Yo sí. So tell me, what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed up as Jinx from League of Legends, but also Netflix series Arcane.
So you're Jinx and you are?
It's Powder. It's basically Jinx, but as a younger version.
Powder, who changed her name to Jinx.
Yeah, basically.
And what can you tell me about Jinx?
Well, she's a ADC in League of Legends. She is kind of mentally unstable because of her super tragic past.
Okay, one more question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Probably not a lot. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes.
No. Good to know.
Yeah.
One last question. Can you tell me how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb?
Gosh, probably many. Like, I could not do it alone if I'm being honest.
Ah, amazing.
Yeah.
So what are you dressed as?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Harley Quinn?
Oh, she's a bit crazy. Fell in love with Joker, but then actually they broke up and she got together with Ivy. Yeah, I don't know. She's cool. I like her.
I can tell you did your homework on your character. One more question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
A lot,
A lot.
I guess.
So instead, should I ask, if you were a tomato, how much pizza would you have?
None.
None. I thought so. One last thing. Do you know how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb?
Change a light bulb? One.
One. One is enough.
Yeah, I guess.
Strong, independent cosplayer.
Yes, always.
Okay. So tell me, what are you dressed as?
We are Ash and Bob from Overwatch.
Ash and Bob from Overwatch. What can you tell me about them?
Ash was like an orphan child, and she had a butler called Bob, which is I'm dressed as him, and that's
An orphan with a butler, just like Batman.
yeah, and Bob, he was like a father to her, for her whole childhood, and they fight together too.
Okay, one more question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
None.
None.
Do you mean tomato sauce or tomato?
Tomato pieces.
None.
None.
Only pineapple.
Only pineapple. Full of pineapple. One last question. Can you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
No.
You don't know.
I have actually no clue.
No idea.
No idea.
Me neither. I'll keep asking because I still don't know. What are you two dressed as?
I am Officer Jenny from Pokemon. I'm Dark Bloom from Wings Club.
What can you tell me about Dark Bloom?
She's a bad version of the main character.
Uh-huh. And what can you tell me about Officer Jenny?
She's a police officer.
Where does she live?
She lives. There's like multiple Officer Jennys. It's not just one specific. Like there's a lot of different Officer Jennys throughout the universe, and they all look exactly the same.
And they're all named Jenny.
Yeah.
One question for you. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
No tomato.
No tomato at all.
It would be a pizza blanca.
So you despise tomato?
Yes.
Okay. One question for you. Can you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
You don't know. Me neither. That's why I'm asking. What are you dressed as?
Princess Peach.
Princess Peach. What can you tell me about Peach?
She's the like love interest of Mario.
She's the love interest of Mario.
Yeah.
And tell me, if you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
I don't know. Like tomato sauce or just like raw tomatoes?
Any type of tomato.
Like a medium amount. I think that's good. I'm more like a medium person, so I have like medium.
Medium. Everything with moderation. One last question. Can you tell me how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb?
One. I don't know. I can change a light bulb. I think one.
One. Okay, that's enough. So what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Nezuko.
I'm Shinobu from
Yes.
Nezuko and Shinobu.
Yes.
And what can you tell me about your characters?
My character is a demon.
And I'm a demon slayer. Yeah. I slay her. I don't.
So your job is to slay her.
But she's a nice demon. I'm a nice demon. She's a good demon.
Ah. One more question for you. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Tomato. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Just a little.
Not a big fan of tomato.
No.
And for you, can you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb? Depends. It's all relative. Unless it's absolute. In that case, it would be absolutely relative. So tell me, what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Deadpool from the comics and the movies.
Deadpool from the comics and the movies. And what can you tell me about Deadpool?
Deadpool is a person that got very sick with hands all over his body, and he underwent a secret operation to prepare everything. And what he was really bad, put him in a chamber that got off his mutant genes. So he basically became immortal, and he goes around trying to slaughter those who wronged him.
So I can tell you did your homework on your character.
But of course, have to.
One more question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
All of it.
All of it. So
Pineapple.
and pineapple. So you're team pineapple. Good to know. So what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as a Joker.
The Joker. What can you tell me about the Joker?
I can tell you that he was a little psychotic and he didn't really want anything. He just wanted to watch the world burn.
He just does things.
Yeah, he just does it for fun.
For fun. Okay, one more thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
I would have a lot of it.
A lot.
A lot.
Okay, and one final question. Can you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
Everyone.
Everyone.
I don't know.
Me neither, that's why I'm asking.
One maybe?
One. The power of one. So, what are you dressed as?
Dressed as the Joker from Dark Knight.
The Joker from Dark Knight. And what can you tell me about the Joker?
It's a character from the Batman universe, DC villain. I think everyone knows about the Joker.
A DC villain who wants to see the world burn.
Yeah, something along those lines.
And one more thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
It was a pizza. I think it'd be a Blanca, you know? No tomato.
No tomato. Finally, can you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
I mean, many probably. Most of them are really dumb.
Most of them.
I don't think they've ever changed a light in their entire life. You know, they probably live with their mom and dad still.
I see. Very. So, what are you dressed as?
Link from Breath of the Wild.
Link from Breath of the Wild. What can you tell me about Link?
Link is the protagonist of the game that you play as, and he is the hero of Hyrule, who has been asleep for 100 years, and now has to save not only Princess Zelda, but also Hyrule as a whole.
That's what I call a heavy sleep. Okay, tell me one thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
How much tomato? A moderate amount.
Moderate amount. Everything with moderation.
Exactly.
No excess.
No excess. Just enough.
Makes sense. One last thing. Could you tell me how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
Depends how many of them are wearing high heels to reach up to the lamp. So I would say at least 4.
Of course.
Yes.
At least 4 if they are all wearing high heels.
Yes.
So tell me, what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Adam West Batman. Here in Sweden called Läderlappen.
Läderlappen.
Yeah.
So that's Adam West's Batman.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Batman?
Well, Batman was just an ordinary man with extraordinary skills and a very good tool belt, so he was very engineering and he defeated all the great criminals' minds. He outsmarted them.
So his superpower is his brain.
Yes, and his ability to martial arts.
Luck.
Yes, and in the old good days, it was Kapow martial arts.
Kapow martial arts.
Yes.
Like that one you have here. And what's that shark repellent for?
Well, I've seen a lot of sharks here today, so he's always prepared for everything.
Good call.
Yes, so I think they will help this today with the shark repellents.
One last question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Oh, maximum 1.
1.
Yes.
1 is enough.
Yes.
Everything with moderation. Yes. Where are the two of you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Major Louis Alex Armstrong.
And I'm Vi from Arcane.
Vi from Arcane. And Major Louis. What can you tell me about your characters?
I am an alchemist from the Full Metal Alchemist universe. I drink my milk, so I get big and strong.
And I was basically sat in jail for a lot of years. Thought my sister was dead, and then I found out she wasn't dead. And we found each other, and then we were torn apart again. And now I'm searching for her again.
The tragedy.
Yeah. Yes. And there's some tiny blue rock that has something to do with it. And I
fucking magic.
Dude, I met this super hot girl with a long gun, and it's like, I wonder where that went. But I was like, yeah.
A girl with a long gun.
She's really hot, yeah.
One question for you. Can you tell me, if you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Oh wow. I mean, there's got to be cherry. There's got to be a little beef tomato there and the sauce. So a lot of tomato.
A lot of tomato. Big fan.
Oh, big fan of tomatoes.
Just make the pizza crust into a bowl and just tomato soup.
Just tomato soup.
Tomato soup, yeah.
Good plan. Like Aztec soup. For you, can you tell me, do you know how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb? 30. No more, no less than 30.
I think 30 is very...
That should do it.
Yeah,
That should do it. Excellent. Can you tell me, what are you dressed as?
I am Malenia from Elden Ring.
What can you tell me about your character?
She's like the hardest boss in that game. Well, everyone is having usually a lot of trouble with her, even I, but in the end I managed to defeat even her. So yes.
One more thing. Can you tell me, if you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
I would have a lagom amount of tomatoes.
A lot.
As we say in Sweden. Lagom is best. No, but like... Yeah, I don't know.
You're a big fan of tomato.
No, like... A decent amount of tomatoes, you know.
A decent.
Yeah.
Everything with moderation.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. One last thing. Can you tell me, do you know how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb?
It depends on what you're cosplaying, maybe.
Depends if you're wearing high heels.
Exactly.
Oh, it's all relative.
Exactly.
Unless it's absolute.
Yeah.
In that case, it would be absolutely relative.
Yes.
Awesome. So what are you dressed as?
I am dressed as a Nintendo Switch.
A Nintendo Switch? What made you dress as a Nintendo Switch?
I really love the Nintendo Switch, and I thought, why not cosplay as a Nintendo Switch, which I love.
Makes sense. Tell me one thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Like medium, not a lot, not too much, but also not too little.
Everything with moderation.
Exactly.
On the average, no excess.
No.
Nice. One more question.
Yes.
Can you tell me how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
You don't know. I don't know either. That's why I'm asking.
Good question.
Okay, at least I tried. So what are you dressed as?
I'm Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
And I'm Ariel from Little Mermaid.
Belle and Ariel. What can you tell me about your characters?
Oh, they are princesses, Disney princesses, going to balls and stuff.
They're Disney princesses.
I just want some legs for the human.
You just grew some legs.
Best day of my life.
And I would love to go home reading books, but it's lovely being here.
How's your voice going?
It's good today, actually.
Tell me one thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
A moderate enough amount.
Everything with moderation.
Yeah, it needs tomatoes, but I mean, not all of the tomatoes.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I will have all of them.
All of them.
You can have half of mine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
One last question. Can you tell me how many cosplayers are required to change a light bulb?
One?
One is enough.
One is...
I would say
3.
yeah. One to climb up the ladder, one to hold the ladder, and one to reach.
Yeah, sure. I'm holding the ladder and I am not climbing the ladder.
Okay.
Right, 3. I can sell it with 3.
All right. So, what are you dressed as?
I am Wario. I'm Waluigi.
Wario and Waluigi.
Yes, we are the winners. Waluigi is the winner.
What can you tell me about Wario and Waluigi?
That they are the better brothers of the Mario brothers. There is not better Mario brothers, there is the Wario and Waluigi brothers.
During this event, are you participating in a contest or something?
No, actually, we have mostly just been doing this for fun. Yeah, but
We were on the walk-on yesterday, so
as well as you.
As well as me.
Yeah, but it's so much fun. We want to compete, but we bought some of the quotes and stuff, so we're a bit too afraid of it still. But yeah, we want to get around to it.
All right. One question for you. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Infinite.
And now, can you tell me, do you know how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
All of us.
All of you. The entirety of you.
Yes.
Why so many?
Because we're all of us are fixers.
Oh.
And also we help each other. Or something.
And also, we're all time
We're optimistic. Time up. Optimistic with time? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to help each
Swedish
other.
word.
Otherwise, it will never get finished.
Okay, sounds very positive. So tell me, what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Ferd from Critical Role, a D&D podcast.
D&D podcast. What's that about?
We play D&D together, a bunch of voice actors, and yeah, it's really fun.
Are you a voice actor?
No, definitely not an actor of any kind.
Wow, you got stage fright or something?
Yes, very.
I see. So I guess you're not participating in a contest.
No, being on the floor doesn't seem to be a problem, but just getting on stage, not so fun for me.
Okay. Tell me one thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
Tomato sauce. Maybe 25%.
25% of tomato sauce. That's a very precise quantity.
If it's pizza, it's basically
Okay. One more thing. Do you know how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
You don't know. I don't know either. That's why I'm asking.
Good one.
So what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as your forger from Spike's family.
And I'm dressed as Yosano Akiko from Bungo Stray Dogs.
Okay. What can you tell me about your characters?
She's a murderer. She murders people for fun. I'm just kidding. No.
For fun?
No, it's her job. And she's like basically keeping a secret about it. Yeah, she's hot. I like that.
And my character, she's part of an organization that deals with crime and stuff. And she's basically like a doctor that heals people. So
You don't murder people for fun. I do.
Oh yeah, the Joker does that part. Not me. It's my job. I just want money.
For money. Okay. During this event, are you participating in any contests?
I was on the cosplay watch show yesterday. And it was really fun. I was in Yula. I had my big sword with me, and it was really cool to see everyone cosplay.
I think we all were there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think
no, I wasn't. This was my first day here, so.
Okay.
But I haven't been part of any contests because I don't know.
So everyone who went Saturday was there.
Yeah.
There were so many people.
No.
Tell me one thing. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
If I was a pizza, how much tomato would I have? Barely any, bro. I don't like the tomato sauce to my pizza.
You don't like tomato sauce?
It kind of ruins the pizza. Just a little bit.
Okay.
If it's tomato sauce, the normal one. But just pure tomatoes on top, nah, I don't like cooked tomatoes at all.
It's like the pineapple. Right?
Yeah, that's.
Fuck, there's pineapple on the pizza.
Nah.
Hell no.
That's just wrong.
That's wrong, yeah.
One last question. Do you know how many cosplayers does it take to change a light bulb?
A what? What was that? How many cosplays it takes to change a light bulb? Light bulb? Light bulb? Light bulb. Yeah, I know. I don't know that kind of question. Maybe two.
2. Okay. Do you agree?
2.
One. 1 is enough.
1 is enough, obviously. You can do anything. One with a pair of hands. Yeah.
The power of 1.
Powerful, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me, what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Jinx from Arcane.
Jinx from Arcane. How is this called?
Oh, it's called Fishbones.
Fishbones.
The weapon in the series.
And did you participate in any of the contests of this event?
Yeah, I did yesterday. I sang the song from the ending scene of the series.
Yeah, I heard you. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you so much.
I've taken some singing lessons, but I've only done some karaoke.
That's great. It's good to take singing lessons. You get to learn where to sing up here or down in the stomach, and it's really helpful. Yeah.
We get to learn how to breathe, no one ever teaches us.
Yeah.
One more question. If you were a pizza, how much tomato would you have?
That's a really hard question. I don't know actually.
That's the real question.
Because my personality is big, so a lot of tomatoes.
A lot. All in excess.
I thought maybe you could love me like you used to. Even though I'm different. But you changed too. So, here's to the new us.